think I have that in front of me, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I can email it to you if you would like. I don't have the paper in front of me.
Okay,
I usually
because-
write it on the paper. I apologize.
No, we're trying to keep track and get to the root of the problem because it happens so frequently.
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
trying to make sure that people, is there a better process to make sure that the
I think it was just
people...
maybe somebody wasn't served and somebody who had to be somewhere else.
That's,
So I'm confident we can get these depots taken now.
okay. All right, so any response from the state?
No objection to a continuance. We are trying to work out this case.
Okay. So both cases will be reset and continued for August 13th at 9 o'clock. And I know that the charges are serious in 24 CF 2546. It will be approaching a year old in August, so hopefully you can get your depots reset and
Yes, ma'am. I'm
resolved.
hoping we can, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Caleb Holmes, Register.
Thank you. This is Caleb Holmes. And 25 CF 412, 23 CF 822, and 23 CF 1143. The 25 CF case is the new law case, and the other two are VOPs.
Okay.
We have a deposition set for July 15th.
All right.
So I'd ask for continuance to the next court trial.
Any objection?
No.
All right. That would be August 13th at 9 o'clock on all of Mr. Holmes's cases. And thank you.
And Your Honor, I believe that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Weinstock. Good morning.
Your Honor, I'm here on behalf of Mr. Shane, 24 CF 399. I have requested a transcript of the immunity hearing. I haven't got it yet. It's a whole day hearing, so it's going to take some time. So I request a continuance, and I can't do anything until I get that transcript. The
Okay.
state has no objection.
Your Honor, the state is ready if we may approach.
Yes, of course. And I'm noting that Mr. Duchesne is present and Ms. Sandler is here on behalf of the state. All right. So I am granting Mr. Weinstock's request to continue the cases. There are two cases, 24 CF 388 and 24 CF 399, because Mr. Weinstock needs the transcript of the hearing, which has not come in. That would be August 13th at 9 o'clock will be pretrial conference, and just so that the parties can plan ahead, because I'm expecting and hoping that everybody will be ready to go this next cycle. Here are the trial weeks, so you can plan ahead. That would be August 25th and September 2nd. Those are my 2 trial weeks next cycle. Just jot those down so you can be looking ahead and coordinating with witnesses and getting ready to go. Okay? All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fred Swisher.
Mr. Nopes? Where's Mr. Nopes?
Judge, we're just gonna finish the refocus with Mr.
Oh, Mr. Scott?
Yes.
All right, come on up.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Is this is Mr. Ronald Phillips's cases?
Ronald Phillips
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Mr. McCluggage.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. And are you covering for?
Covering for Charles Williams. My name
Yes.
is Chris Scott. I represent Ronald Phillips. Mr. Williams represents Mr. McCluggage.
Okay, let me just make a note really quickly. And both defendants are present. Wonderful. Okay, so I'll let Ms. Gaynor.
Yes, Your Honor. Similarly with the other defendants in this case, the state has given over all the discovery at this point. We have met that obligation. As of now, we are in a position to make some plea offers. We have sat down and gotten a list together of who those plea offers we can go to and what that entails. There are some steps we must take to finalize those plea offers. So we'll just need additional time to take those steps and basically finalize the details.
So, Your Honor, I would defer to the state as far as, or the court, as far as whenever we bring these folks back. Because no fault of the state, but we've been waiting on offers for quite some time. I understand there's some extra steps. I don't have a timeline or an understanding of the time frame of what it's going to take to complete these steps. Maybe the state doesn't either, so I'll defer.
We would ask for a full cycle, Your Honor, until August 13th. I think we'll need up until that time to make these extra steps.
Okay. Yeah, unless the parties were ready to go to trial in about a week and a half, then it's going to have to be put on the August 13th.
Yes,
Of
ma'am.
course, if we do get it finalized before then, maybe we could put them on a July docket or something.
Oh, yes, if there's a resolution to either of these cases prior to August 13th, I will find time for an early plea. So you just contact the clerk or my office and we will fit you in if there's a resolution. So.
Excellent, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So what I will do in both defendants' cases is set all of the cases for August 13th at 8:30. And again, if anybody resolves anything prior to then, we will find time to fit the cases in for an early plea.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have some others for Charles Williams, but I
All right, I don't see Mr. Nopes, or is Mr. Durrell present, or did I think I already took care of his cases. Mr. Tony, I don't have any other private attorneys present other than Ms. Ulrich, correct? Ms. who? Oh, okay.
She's coming for refocus.
Okay.
And I don't see anybody else out on the bench. I could get Mr. Scott back in here and he could take his inmates.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Yes, ma'am. The one that just went through the turn time.
we're going to need Mr. Nopes to come on in and handle the rest of his cases too.
He's downstairs when we talk about some ice about
Okay, thank you. Mr. Scott, sorry to make you leave and come back, but we're ready for the remaining cases you're here on, so we can go ahead and take those.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Sure. So as soon as court security brings out,
Your Honor, there's one that's out of custody.
oh,
Right to the podium, sir, right there. Yes, this is Mr. Rivera. Julio Rivera, sir.
Your Honor, Chris Scott here on behalf of Charles Williams, who represents Julio Rivera. Your Honor, in this case, Mr. Williams indicates that he's currently going through the discovery process and has to set it out one cycle.
yes, and I know this is a relatively new case, and he was recently appointed. Any objection?
No objection. The state does have a new offer that it would like to relay to the defense.
Okay,
Great.
The offer is going to be to misdemeanor possession of marijuana for an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, and $270 in court cost. So if we can get that, that's going to be open for at least the next cycle.
Your Honor, considering that offer, if that's something that you take that, is that something we can get done today?
absolutely. I just need it in writing, so you can have time
Yes, ma'am.
after we go through the rest of the cases, and then you can meet with Mr. Rivera Soto and get it written up, and we will resolve the case today.
Yes, ma'am.
That'd be
Thank you.
great.
I'll talk to you back.
All right, sir, right this way. Amber Ait.
Okay.
Your Honor, Chris Scott here on behalf of Charles Williams, who represents Amber Ait, 24-1807 and 1808 CF. Your Honor, in this case, Mr. Williams is still reviewing discovery. I believe he had a meeting with you at the jail at some point, and he's just asking for the next pretrial cycle on this one as well.
Any objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, I do see that there are serious charges in both cases, and Mr. Williams was appointed at the end of March. I will grant the continuance. That would be August 13th at 9 o'clock on both cases, and the defendant is present. Just noting that. So thank you, Mr. Scott.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All done, man? Right this way. All hands up.
All right, this is Ms. Hiler, Karen Hiler, 22 CF 658, 23 CF 1429, 24 CF 2113, 24 CF 2879, and 24 CF 2885. And the defendant is present.
Your Honor, Chris Scott here on behalf of Charles Williams for Ms. Hiler. Your Honor, Mr. Williams has deposition scheduled July 15th and would ask for the pretrial after that July 15th date, so maybe that same August date that we've given others.
Do you know which case the depositions are scheduled in?
I don't have that in my notes.
Maybe the state.
I'm going to look, Your Honor, because the state's intention was to set the 22 case for trial today. So let me look and see which one exactly is got the notice filed. See what in my file, Your Honor, but it doesn't mean that. Let me check which one, at least for the 22 cases. The state does intend on setting the 22 case for trial, Your Honor.
Okay.
I don't see a notice filed for depositions in 22 CF 658, and the state is ready for trial on that.
All right. And I'm just looking in the other ones really quickly. And Mr. Scott, I know you're covering, so I'll bring you up to speed a little bit. On April 16th, I told the state to pick one to try next cycle. So of the 5 cases that are pending, the state wants to proceed with, is it 22 CF 658?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And I don't know if that's where the case where the depositions are scheduled or
Yes, ma'am.
not. But I'm going to go ahead and put the 22 CF 658 case on docket day, which is Monday, June 16th. That one will be moving forward to trial. So docket day, June 16th at 9 o'clock in 22 CF 658. And in the other 4 cases, what is the state's position?
The state's not going to continuance.
I'm
The state's
sorry.
not going to object to continuance at that time on the other ones.
Okay.
While we focus on closing out at least the 22 right now.
Okay. So in 23 CF 1429, that will be August 13th at 9 o'clock. And same with 24 CF 2113, 24 CF 2879, and 24 CF 2885. So please tell Mr. Williams he needs to be here on Monday, June 16th at 9 on that 2022 case.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll be going to trial this cycle on that one, barring any unforeseen events. Let me ask the state, in the event that, for whatever reason, 22 CF 658 cannot go forward, for whatever reason, is the state ready on any other case?
We would be ready, and for sure, at least on the 24 CF 21113, that's just possession of controlled sub, 2 counts of possession of controlled substance and paraphernalia. We could be ready for that. At the very least, and even possibly be ready for the 24 CF 2879, which is another drug trafficking and fentanyl case.
Okay, what I'm going to do in that situation is I'm actually going to set all of the cases for docket day because I don't know which case Mr. Williams has deposition scheduled in, and he may have some sort of argument to make about that. I just don't know. So I'm going to set everything for docket day.
Yes, ma'am.
And then one of these cases is going forward, presumably 22 CF 658. But if that is not viable for whatever reason, which we'll determine that on Monday, then Mr. Williams needs to be ready to proceed on one of the other 2 cases that Ms. Gaynor just announced.
Yes, ma'am.
So one of the cases is going.
I'll let Mr. Williams know, and then
Okay.
he can sort it out on the 16th.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'll see you Monday, okay? Okay. And Mr. Scott, before you go, I have an unrelated question to ask you. Could you please
Yes, ma'am.
approach?
For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Man, I got this. Let's roll.
Fight fire with fire, take one.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working. Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Is Mr. Cobb available? We need to bring his cases up next.
I guess he's not just yet, Judge. I didn't know if he wants to take Mr. Kett's cases. We have them ready for her.
Mr. Scott needs to remain for one of Mr. Cobb's cases for potential appointment. So I do need Mr. Cobb. I think he's in an attorney-client room.
I can go there.
Okay, and I will go ahead and take some of RCC's cases, but when Mr. Cobb gets here, I'm going to have to pause and then take Mr. Cobb because it may involve Mr. Scott. So.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay.
Might be a little slower than I normally am because I'm reading 14 pieces of paper, so I apologize ahead of time.
No problem. And if you want to go ahead and make your appearance.
Yes, Katie Jakewood on behalf of Regional Conflict Counsel, substituting for Mr. Herrera. Is this Mr. Craig? Are you Mr. Craig? Okay. And Your Honor, I apologize. Since these are my cases, I don't recognize most of these clients, so I apologize. This is Mr. Craig before the court, 23 CF 619. Mr. Harper has requested that I set this for docket day, either plea or trial. I believe there was an amended offer extended by the state that has been discussed with Mr. Craig, and Mr. Harper will be out to speak with him at the end of this week so that they can basically make a final decision.
That sounds wonderful. Yes, this one is set to go this cycle one way or another. So we will schedule Mr. Craig for docket day, which is June 16th at 9 o'clock, plea or trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Jason Gaffford before the court. If I may just pause for a moment, I got an amended offer for him.
Sure.
Your Honor, Mr. Gaffford is before the court in 25 CF 611 and 25 CF 612. We have reached an agreement with the state. In both cases, he will be adjudicated guilty. In 611, he'll be sentenced to 90 days county jail, credit for all time served. He will need to pay $515 in court costs, a $150 cost of defense, and he's not to trespass at 912 Carlos Drive in Fort Walton Beach. In 25 CF 612, and I do need to amend this plea agreement a little bit, Judge, I forgot to add count 2.
No problem.
But in count 1, it'll be an adjudication of guilt, 90 days in the county jail with credit for all time served, $615 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense. Count 2 will be an adjudication of guilt and 60 days in the county jail. Those are all to run concurrently with one another and all with credit for time served.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Which means I own the day, right?
The jail.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
And I apologize, Judge.
No,
I was very quickly trying to make sure I had everything
no problem.
done yesterday. May I approach?
Yes, of course.
And
Thank
there's
you.
no objection to the score sheet.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, sir, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. If you'll just tell me your name, please.
Jason Gaffford.
Thank you, sir. In 25 CF 611, you're charged with 1 count of petty theft, but it's 2 or more priors, so it's a 3rd-degree felony. And in case 25 CF 612, you're charged with 1 count of possession of a controlled substance, which is a 3rd-degree felony, and 1 count of loitering or prowling, which is a 2nd-degree misdemeanor. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about those charges? All right. And did you discuss the plea agreement? Did you read and sign the plea agreement? Okay. Is that your signature on the last page?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
I do.
Okay, great. Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily? Is anybody forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's showing in the agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
Any DNA in either case?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
DNA?
I believe they probably do have to do it because it's an adjudication of guilt on a felony.
Oh, no, is there any DNA evidence?
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
No, I
I'm
apologize.
sorry.
I was like, I'm not sure, Judge. No, ma'am, there is no DNA evidence in the other case.
Thank you. And I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest reports. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand the plea will subject you to deportation?
I do.
How do you plead in 25 CF 611 to count 1?
Guilty. No contest.
All right, and 25 CF 612 counts 1 and 2?
No contest.
I accept your plea in both cases. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your plea agreement, as to 25 CF 611, there will be an adjudication of guilt. You'll be sentenced to 90 days in the county jail with credit for time served. And both cases, all counts will run concurrently. Is it $515 in court cost, $150 cost of defense. That includes the $50 application fee. No trespassing at 912 Carlos Drive, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. In 25 CF 612, as to both counts, there will be an adjudication of guilt. On count 1, you're sentenced to 90 days in the county jail with credit for time served. Again, this is concurrent with all the other counts and cases. Is it $615 in court costs, $100 cost of defense. In count 2, you're sentenced to 60 days in the county jail with credit for time served. Again, concurrent with other counts and cases. Did I cover all the terms and conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, you have now 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in both cases. If you can't afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Johnny Appan is up
Oh,
next.
how much time does Mr. Gaffford have to pay?
Would the court provide him with 12 months since he has been in jail?
Yes, sir, you have 12 months to pay your costs before they go to collections, okay?
Mr.
After you get out.
Mr. Gaffford, you have 12 months to pay your costs.
Okay, Ms. Appan,
Your Honor, this is Johnny Appan before the court. I have him in 24 CF 2441. I believe Mr. Medina has him in an additional case, and then I believe there's one that is still waiting to be transferred from Crestview. Those case numbers are 25 CF 302 and 25 CF 654.
If you will just give me 1 second.
Yes, ma'am,
I'm trying to sign the sentencing, or the score sheet from the last case. Just give me 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am, I
So sorry.
apologize.
All right, this is Mr. Appan, and yes, it's 24 CF 2441 is the case that's assigned to Mr. Harper, and then let me get to Mr. Medina's case.
That's 25 CF 302, and also within the public defender and awaiting transfer from Division 6 is 25 CF 654, I believe. I did, Your Honor, have to do a follow-up conflict check. My understanding is the defendant in a case where Mr. Appan is was the alleged victim, was pled out, but that conflict continues. Nonetheless, my conflict officer, the PD's conflict officer, tells me the PD needs to keep these two new cases. So we need a global offer from the state, I think, unless RCC thinks differently.
We're in agreement, Your Honor. Our hope was to leave this on for docket day, at least clear continued, especially due to the age of the 24 CF case, in hopes that we can maybe get that Crestview case either down here so that Mr. Medina can review it and we can work together to get a global offer, or at a minimum, reach out to Mr. Maddox, get all three of us together so we can try and work out some kind of global offer with the state. So if the court would indulge us, I'd like to leave at least our case on for docket day. Clear, continue.
Okay, let me make a note of that. Any objection from the state?
No objection from the state, Your Honor. I haven't seen
May
that.
I
That's the
inquire
case
about
either, so I would like time to do that.
Can the state check with their assistant state attorney colleagues in Division 6 and see if 25 CF 654 will get transferred by Monday?
I will reach out, yes.
Thank you.
Is it 25 CF 654 you said is the
That's
other one?
my understanding.
That is the one that is still in Crestview. Would the court be willing to enter an oral order transferring that case to this division, since we know that's the process that's going to happen to expedite things?
I'm not sure that I can enter that order. I think the judge that's in the division would have to be the one to enter it.
Absolutely. We can reach out to Judge Okaloosa and then see if we can maybe.
Yes, I'm sure he will have absolutely no problem doing that.
Agreed.
He will be happy to transfer it. So, in fact, can the clerk transfer it just based on my order? Not assigned. I'm going to enter the order. I know Judge Oberleeson will be happy to do it, and he's unavailable right now. So,
Thank you, Your Honor.
yes, I will transfer 25 CF 654 from the Crestview division into my division, so I'll have all three, and hopefully that'll make it easier for y'all to work out something.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'll have Mr. Harper or myself, we'll get with Mr. Medina to try and see if we can't get something worked out.
Yes, and more importantly, this Division 1, prosecutor's going to have a chance to look at all three cases.
Correct.
We can talk a lot, but until they have a chance to work, it's not too much good. Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you.
all three will be set for June 16th at 9 o'clock. Plea or continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Barry Dolores is up next.
Your Honor, this is Deforest Ferry in 25 CF 709 and 25 CF 710. Your Honor, Mr. Harper has asked that we leave this on for docket day for plea or continue. I briefly reached out to the state. I did get a response. I'm not sure. There may be some disconnect between what Mr. Harper's notes reflect and what actually ended up happening before he was out of town. So if we could leave it for docket day, if they're able to get it resolved, then they can get it resolved.
Okay.
That objection, Your Honor.
Great, thank you. So that is June 16th at 9 o'clock, plea or continue in both of Mr. Berry's cases.
Correct, Your Honor.
Wonderful, thank you very much.
Breaking glass is up next. Mr. Glass.
Your Honor, Mr. Glass is present in 25 CF 506 and 25 CF 510. Mr. Harper indicated that this is the first time up in this case and he needs additional time to review, especially given the severity of the charges. He asked that the court continue this to the 8/13 docket.
Without objection.
All right, both cases will be continued at the defense's request to August 13th at 9 o'clock.
Joseph Herz is up next.
And Your Honor, I did get an amended offer from the state attorney's office, so I will just need to pause for a moment.
Sure. All right, thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Herz is present in case numbers 25 CF 470 and 25 CF 744. As to 25 CF 470, just to help the court, basically the global offer is to do 180 days in the county jail. It'll all run concurrently, all with credit for time served. But I will announce for each count. Your Honor, as to 25 CF 470, in counts 1 through 4, he will be sentenced to an adjudication of guilt, 180 days in the Okaloosa County Jail, credit for all time served. Those will all run concurrently to one another, and also with the other counts and cases. He will need to pay $615 in court costs and a $150 cost of defense. As to 25 CF 744, there is only one count. He will be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 180 days in the county jail, again with credit for time served, concurrent to the other counts and cases. There will be an additional $615 in court costs and an additional $100 cost of defense. And Your Honor, we do not have any objection to the score sheet. May I approach?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, sir, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down if you'll state your name, please.
Joseph David Herbst.
Thank you. In 25 CF 470, you're charged with 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance. Each of those is a third-degree felony. And then count 4 is possession of drug paraphernalia, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. In 25 CF 744, you're charged with 1 count of possession of a controlled substance, which is a third-degree felony. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about all of those charges and any possible defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you discuss the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you read and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that your signature on the last page?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anybody forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's showing in the agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Did your lawyer answer all of your questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
I do have a score sheet that shows 24.8 total sentence points. I believe you said no objection, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. There's no objection.
All right. Any DNA evidence in either case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report in both cases. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
In 25 CF 470, how do you plead to counts 1, 2, 3, and 4?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In 25 CF 744, how do you plead to count 1?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, in 25 CF 470, on all 4 counts, there will be an adjudication of guilt, and on each count, you will be sentenced to 180 days in the county jail with credit for time served. All of the counts will run concurrent, that means at the same time, and then you will have $615 in court costs and $150 cost of defense. That includes the $50 application fee. And sir, just to let you know, are you aware that an adjudication of guilt on the possession of a controlled substance charges will likely result in your driver's license being suspended?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And 25 CF 744, there will be an adjudication of guilt, and you will be sentenced to 180 days in the county jail with credit for time served, and that will be concurrent with all of the counts in 25 CF 470. So all counts, both cases are concurrent. And in that case, is it $615 in court costs, $100 cost of defense, and again, an adjudication of guilt on this charge in 25 CF 744. That'll result likely in your license being suspended. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you can't afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you.
And would Your Honor please provide him with 12 months after his release to pay those costs, please?
Yes, in both cases, you'll have 12 months after you get out to pay your financial obligations. If you don't do that after 12 months, that'll further impact your driver's license, okay? All right.
All right, Freddie Herrera is up next.
Actually, what I need to do is, I see that some private attorneys have arrived, so I'm sorry, Ms. Jackwood, I'm going to need to interrupt. Oh, is there an interpreter for this one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm sorry, we'll take that one.
Your Honor, this is Freddie Herrera before the court in 25 CF 313.
All right, let me swear in Madam Interpreter. If you'll raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm that you will accurately and faithfully interpret the proceedings in Spanish and English today? I do. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Jackwood.
Your Honor, Mr. Herrera is before the court in 25 CF 313. The state has extended an offer to a paraphernalia charge in both counts and credit for time served. I don't anticipate that's going to get much better considering the FDLE has come back positive. As such, I would like to leave Mr. Herrera on for docket day for plea or trial. Mr. Harper will meet with him again, and they will make a final decision.
And Your Honor, the state would just like to convey an amended plea offer on this case for 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia and credit for time served.
Yes, thank you. And I would just ask that the state leave that open through docket day. That would be open. And we understand that after that, it will no longer be open.
Is the state ready for trial?
The state can be ready for trial, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So docket day is the last day that I would accept a negotiated agreement. I will set the case for docket day June 16th at 9 o'clock for either a plea or we will proceed with trial. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you,
And I'll
Ms.
step
Jacob.
back.
Thank you. And I see Mr. Cobb. I need Mr. Cobb's cases, please, because we've got Mr. Scott here for possibly one of them.
Would you want to do the Gregory Johnson case?
Yes, let's take that one first, please. I need Mr. Johnson, please.
And I don't know, I have all of his discovery back in front, no staples. Will I be able to give that to him today, or I'll have to go down to jail and give it to him?
I don't know the answer to that.
I was asking the bailiffs and.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why don't you ask the deputy right behind you about the, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
No problem. All right, this is Mr. Johnson, Gregory Johnson, 23 CF 778 and 23 CF 779. And Mr. Johnson is present, and I have Mr. Cobb present as well. And Mr. Cobb, I believe you have a pending motion.
Yes, ma'am. This has been no disrespect towards Mr. Johnson, but I did file a motion to withdraw based on our differences we have in the case. There are certain things he would like for me to do that I don't feel I have a legal justification to do. It's a situation that cannot be resolved between us. And I went back there and talked to him, and he called me a piece of fecal matter, but he didn't use that word exactly. So our relationship is at a point where I don't think I can continue representing based on this disagreement.
Well, he lied to me in open court, Your Honor. He told me that he would bring me the discovery package Monday. That following Monday, he did not bring me the discovery package like he promised. And I still haven't got it.
Okay.
I still haven't received it.
I believe he has it with him today. Yeah.
So what, so he just gets he told me he was gonna file a restitutory to the state, and he didn't do that either. And now all of a sudden he comes a month later and didn't even have the common courtesy to come and see me and tell me what was going on.
I went to the jail last night. There was a double change shift.
That's.
But I did go see him the Monday after, like I said.
But he didn't bring the discovery package like he promised. Isn't that perjury?
Because I didn't have the downloads that I needed from the state attorney's office. I had the original filings and pleadings, but I got in contact with the state and they sent me the link. I downloaded all the discovery and I copied it front and back, and I have it for him today. But my motion to withdraw is about our continued disagreement that cannot be resolved, especially based on the treatment that I've
The same treatment that you've done to me, sir.
Hold on just a second. All I'm going to ask is, sir, do you object to your attorney withdrawing?
Absolutely not. Can we file for, do I have to file another motion for a hearing, or can I do it in open court?
Well, my question was, after that, first of all, I'm granting Mr. Cobb's motion to withdraw. And Mr. Cobb, please send me an order.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then if you'll just hang out with me, because this might affect what's going to go in the order that you're going to send. Sir, do you want me to appoint another lawyer to represent you? Or how do you wish to proceed?
I'd like to look at my, yeah, you can, yes ma'am, go ahead and appoint me another lawyer while I look at my discovery, and then I'll go from there.
Okay, I'm running out of lawyers. I'm going to try to.
What do you want me to do, ma'am? I mean,
Sir, I'm just advising you. I'm running out of lawyers. I'm trying to find one. So hold on, bear with me.
yes ma'am.
All right. So I do see Mr. Scott present in the courtroom, who is practicing in another county, a couple of counties away, and I don't want to obligate Mr. Scott. He's court appointed on a different case. Mr. Scott, I understand if this is too burdensome on you. I know you're trying to, limit your practice to your area, not over here. Okay. All right. So Mr. Scott will be appointed as successor counsel to represent Mr. Johnson. Mr. Scott is present. So
Mr. Johnson.
I'm appointing Mr. Scott, Mr.
I'll set up a visit with you at the jail, okay?
When?
When I can.
All right, let's just go ahead and file a motion for a Ferretta here, Your Honor.
Okay, so you don't want
No,
Mr.
if
Scott,
he
you don't
can't
want to
tell
give
me-
him a
if he can't
chance
Tell me
to.
when he can come and see me.
I appointed him 10 seconds ago. He probably doesn't know when he can come off. I mean, I put him on the spot, so.
I mean, a week, a month, I mean, give me an idea. Listen, I've been locked up for 27 months, and then today I get my discovery package, so I'm a little upset.
Well, I will be frank with you, sir, that the constant change of counsel has delayed your case. I mean,
It
because
hasn't
each one
delayed
has
my
to.
discovery.
Each one has to come in and get up to speed, and then they file a motion to withdraw, and then I have to appoint a new lawyer, and they have to start over on the case. So that has resulted in delays. So do you want Mr. Scott to represent you, or do you not?
All right, Mr. Scott, I'll give you a chance, and we'll see.
Okay, I'll give you a chance then.
All right, I'm appointing Mr. Scott, and I'm noting that Mr. Cobb has just handed Mr. Johnson a big stack of papers. I believe you said that's all the discovery you printed out.
Yes, ma'am, I saw the documentary discovery. Of course, there's the videos of what was on his phone that I'm not going to.
I don't care about what was on the
Okay.
SD card. I'm looking for the body cam footage of the officers is what I want.
Well, I mean,
I
I mean-
have a right to see it.
absolutely you do. Mr. Cobb just can't hand you a flash drive or something like that, or email you a
He was
link.
supposed to bring it all a month ago.
Okay, so I'm sure Mr. Scott will receive all of that, but keep in mind, I literally just appointed him a few seconds ago. He does not have any of your discovery. He has to get it from the state. Does the state have to then like send a link to Mr. Scott, or how does Mr. Scott get the discovery? I just don't know the logistics.
Your Honor, once Mr. Scott files his, excuse me, notice of appearance, we can go ahead and resend the link to him as to the body cams. Of course, this is a possession of child pornography, so that would have to be then reviewed at the sheriff's office if Mr. Scott needs to see those images. But the body cams can be shared with him and will be shared with him as soon as we get the notice of appearance.
Well, let me ask you this, in light of that, because I know Mr. Johnson is going to want to know. You mentioned the body cam footage would have to be reviewed at the sheriff's office.
No, ma'am. The
Oh.
body cam footage will be shared with Mr. Scott.
Okay.
But the actual images that he's charged
I don't
with
care
possession
about
of
the
child
images.
pornography.
Please don't interrupt, because there's a court reporter listening, and she's trying to take down everybody that's speaking, and she can only take down one person. And if you want to appeal, however this case turns out, you're going to want a good transcript. But if two people are talking, the court reporter can't get either one of them, okay? What were you saying?
Yes, ma'am. I was just saying the body camera footage would be part of the evidence that can be shared with Mr. Scott and will be. But the child pornography cannot be. That must be reviewed.
Okay. So, and forgive my ignorance on this one. So, Mr. Scott, once you get the body cam from the state, is that something, and this is a legitimate question, how does that work that you show somebody at the jail? You take a laptop, or does the jail have a facility or something to show the video? Or
Either I or the investigator that I will motion to get appointed to the case, or both, will go out and sit with Mr. Johnson and review the body cam footage or any other video that we received in discovery with him there at the jail. Obviously not leaving anything with him, but allowing him to view all of the discovery that can't be printed.
Okay, and if you file, once you appear in the case, if you file that motion to appoint the investigator, I will grant it. Get the JAC to, send their email
Yes, ma'am.
with their position, but then I will grant it. And then, Mr. Johnson, did you understand? I know you said you don't care what was on the phone, but I want to make sure you understand that nobody can bring that to the jail. Let me finish, and then I can, because I didn't hear you. So nobody can bring those images to you at the jail. Your lawyer or an investigator would have to go to the sheriff's office to see it. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand that, ma'am, perfect.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you understand what the limitations are with some of the evidence, okay? As far as viewing it.
understand
Okay.
All right.
So I will go ahead and, Mr. Cobb, on your motion to withdraw in your order. If you will put in your order that I'm appointing Mr. Scott,
Yes, ma'am.
and then we'll go from there. Anything else I need to, well, I need to set the next court date, and I'm going to give Mr. Scott time to get up to speed since he's just freshly appointed and knows nothing about your case other than what he's listened to the last few minutes. All right? I'm assuming, Mr. Scott, you would need that time to do all of that. And does the state have any objection?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So that would be August 13th is our next pretrial day, and that would be at 9 o'clock. So that'll give Mr. Scott time.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And sir, you got to give him a chance to get the discovery. He can't access it right now.
I understand that.
Okay, he's already said he's going to file a motion to appoint an investigator to help with the case. And he has to get approval through the JAC. That's the commission in Florida that pays for services like that. He has to get approval from them before he can submit it to me for me to sign an order. So there's going to be a little time in that. But he's trying to appoint an investigator, okay? I'm just trying to tell you the time frames involved so you have knowledge of, how long things take and what is in store.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Judge,
Mr.
can
Scott.
I, Judge,
Thank you.
go take care of one matter? Is there any other cases you can call and then come back?
Yes, I just wanted to go ahead and take care of that case. Thank you. So let's see, I will finish Ms. Jaquith.
It's gonna take a minute because we got all that incidents.
I'm so sorry.
Get in there, okay? I'll be right with you.
Oh, no problem.
While they're lining up your inmates, because I got to bring them up, we've been in here since 8:30, so we're going to take about a 10-minute break, and then the inmates should be ready.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just gonna run downstairs really quickly and handle my misdemeanor stuff, and I'll be right back.
Okay,
Unless you would prefer I wait. That's totally, I will do whatever the court prefers.
let me ask court security if they can have
I'm
somebody
just gonna stay, ma'am.
else's
I'm just staying.
people lined up too.
I wanna make sure I don't cause any more issues for them, because I know they're moving people.
No,
out.
we're, with having
Yes.
I had to interrupt your cases to
No
take care
problem.
of that
No-
issue.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just wait until you're done. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll be right back, thank you. We're going to be in recess for about 10 minutes.
All rise.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
state is in compliance with Morse as well.
Thank you.
Would you like me to
Your Honor, I just was explaining that we did have to change those court costs, and she's still okay with the plea. She had already signed it, so I wanted to make sure she was okay with that. And I do have the Judicial Correction Services QR code to provide to her so that she may contact probation upon her release. May I approach?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, no problem. No problem. And do we have the statute numbers? Actually, I think I know the one for the assault. Well, let me get the statute numbers.
Yes, ma'am. May I provide those to Your Honor in just a moment? I'm going to have to
Sure.
look them up, and I apologize. I should have paid a little more attention to that plea agreement.
No problem.
Should have brought that up.
I have the statute number.
Oh, great, okay.
So for battery, it is 784.031A.
Okay, and assault is, I think it's 784.0111, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct, Your Honor, 784.0111.
I'm writing those on this plea agreement. All I wrote on here was just the lesser included offense and then the statute number, just so that
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
clear on the statute.
Yes, ma'am. Again, I
Sure.
apologize. I didn't pay close enough attention until just now, obviously.
No problem. No problem. Ma'am, if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. You can put your hand down if you'll just tell me your name, please.
Kristen Ruth Hall.
Thank you. In case 25 CF 444, you're charged with 1 count of battery on a person 65 years of age or older. That's a third-degree felony. And in 25 CF 509, you're charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Both of those are third-degree felonies. And then 1 count of resisting an officer without violence, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Those are the original charges. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about those charges and any possible defenses?
Yes.
Did you discuss the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes.
Is that your signature at the top of the last page?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to go to trial in these cases?
Yes.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you to make you enter the plea?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's showing in the agreement?
No.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Are you happy with the services of your lawyer?
Yes.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medicine or anything in the last 24 hours?
No.
Is there any DNA evidence?
No, ma'am, there is not.
Okay. And I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest documents. Ma'am, do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
All right, and it looks like you are pleading to lesser included offenses on a few of the charges. So as to case 25 CF 444, how do you plead to the lesser included offense of misdemeanor battery, which is Florida Statute 784.031A?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. As to case 25 CF 509, on counts 1 and 2, how do you plead to the lesser included offense of misdemeanor assault, which is Florida Statute 784.011, subparagraph 1?
No contest.
I accept your plea on those 2 counts. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. And as to count 3, as charged, resisting arrest without violence. How do you plead?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered in accordance with your plea agreement. There will be an adjudication of guilt on all of those charges that you just pled to. In case 25 CF 444, and that's on the one charge, and then count 3 of 25 CF 509, those are the first degree misdemeanors. You will be placed on probation for 11 months and 29 days. As to counts 1 and 2, in case 25 CF 509, both of those would be second degree misdemeanors. You're placed on probation for 6 months on each count. So all of those counts will run concurrently with each other. That means at the same time. And there will be special terms and conditions of your probation. That would be no violent contact with any of the victims in either case. You must successfully complete an anger management class. You may not have any alcohol or drugs without a prescription. You must have a substance abuse evaluation and complete any recommended treatment. That evaluation needs to happen within 30 days, and your treatment needs to start, if any is recommended, within 60 days. And as to court costs, each case, is it $622? Okay, $622 court cost in each case. As to 25 CF 444, there will be a $150 cost of defense fee. That includes the application fee of $50. And in 25 CF 509, $100 cost of defense fee. Your probation will be with JCS, and you will need to scan the barcode on that piece of paper that Ms. Jaquid is handing you to check in. As soon as you're released, you'll need to do that. So I assume you will be released today. I don't know if there's anything else holding you.
No.
Okay, so you should get out today. Whenever you get back up to the jail and out processed, once you get out, please scan that code and check in with probation today. Okay? If for some reason you're not released today, you need to do that, check in as soon as you're released.
May I just pause? I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
apologize, Your Honor. I may just pause for a moment. She asked me a question, and I just wanted to...
Sure.
Your Honor.
No problem.
I just wanted to make sure I answered her question before she left.
Did I? Oh, no problem. Did I cover all the terms and conditions?
You did, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you can't afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Jonathan Hodge is up next.
Your Honor, this is Jonathan Hodge before the court in 25 CF 653. He has reached an agreement with the state. And again, if you'll just bear with me for a moment, the state is dismissing count 1. The remaining counts are all first-degree misdemeanors. He is going to be pleading no contest. He'll be adjudicated guilty to counts 2, 3, and 4. He'll need to do 90 days in the county jail, concurrent amongst all those charges. He will have credit for all time served. There will be correctly $270 in court costs this time, a $150 cost of defense. He has 18 months to pay the costs if the court will provide that to him, and there is no score sheet since he'll only be pleading to the misdemeanors. May I approach?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Sir, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say, I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down if you'll just state your name.
Jonathan Hodge.
All right, thank you, sir. In 25 CF 653, you are charged with 1 count of tampering with evidence, which is a 3rd-degree felony, and then 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia. Both of those are a first-degree misdemeanor, and 1 count of resisting an officer without violence, which is also a first-degree misdemeanor. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about those charges and any possible defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you discuss the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Is that your signature at the top of the last page?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
I am.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's showing in the agreement?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody forced you or threatened you to enter the plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
I am.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
Is there any exculpatory DNA?
There is no hearing.
I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand that the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And it looks like you're pleading to only counts 2, 3, and 4. Those are all first-degree misdemeanors. How do you plead to those counts?
No contest, ma'am.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. Does the state have an announcement on count 1?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is dismissing count 1, which is tampering with evidence.
Thank you. Sir, in accordance with your agreement, you will be adjudicated guilty on counts 2, 3, and 4, and on each count you are sentenced to 90 days in the Okaloosa County Jail. Those will be concurrent, meaning at the same time, and you will get credit for all time served. And also $270 in court costs and a $150 cost of defense fee. That includes the $50 application fee. You will have 18 months after you get out of jail to pay those costs, or else they'll go to collections and that'll result in a suspended driver's license. Did I cover everything?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, good luck to you. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you can't afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kevin Jackson is up next.
Have a good day.
Kevin Jackson.
Thank you. Your Honor, this is Kevin Jackson. Mr. Jackson's before the court with myself on 25 CF 363. I believe Mr. Gates has a co-defendant. It has a co-defendant to that case. They may do something slightly different in this case, but Mr. Harper has asked that I leave this on for docket day, plea, or continue. But I just wanted to make Mr. Jackson aware that Mr. Harper will meet with him, and there's been some developments in the case that he'll share with him.
All right. Is the state ready? Well, it's plea or continue.
Plea or continue, please.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any objection from the state?
State's ready.
Okay. So I'll set it for docket day. That's June 16th, 9 o'clock. Plea or continue. Thank you.
Sean Jordan is up next. Register.
Your Honor, this is Sean Jordan before the court in 23 CF 1339. Mr. Harper's asked that I set this for docket day, plea, or continue.
All right. And any objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. June 16th at 9 o'clock. Plea or continue.
Larry Joyner is up next.
Your Honor, this is Larry Joyner before the court. Those case numbers are 24 CF 895 and 24 CF 1000. My understanding from Mr. Harper is that they did conduct depositions and those were completed. Based on that, he and Mr. Garrett, who has the co-defendant, are filing a joint motion to suppress, and that they are asking the court to provide for one final continuance to have that motion heard, and then they'll be ready to go if that motion is not successful.
So this is one that is tentatively set for trial pending Mr. Garrett's actual filing of the motion to suppress.
Yes.
So we could leave it on for docket day with the plea or trial, but with the understanding that if the motion is filed, the court would allow for the continuance. Is that?
I cannot promise that.
Okay.
Because, and if this is the case of Mr. Garrett's that I'm thinking of, Mr. Garrett was someone covered for him on Monday. I set one of his cases for docket day, and is this,
I know,
The
I'm
co-defendant, Ms. Copeland.
Catherine Copeland, Your Honor, is the
I
co-defendant?
cannot remember if that's the one.
That is the one.
That is the
100%
one.
sure.
All right. So on April 16th, the situation was depositions were completed and a motion was coming. And I said, this is the last continuance, because at that point, the case was a year old. And in fact, both cases are. So Mr. Garrett's case that I had on Monday, the motion still had not been filed in that case as of Monday. So 2 months went by. So I denied that motion for continuance in that other case. Has a motion been filed in this case as we sit here today?
I do not believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, the request for a continuance is denied, and I will set the case for docket day. That would be June 16th, that's Monday, at 9 o'clock. Plea or trial. Is the state ready?
State's ready for trial.
Okay, and your witnesses are ready to go, and you can be ready to go this cycle?
I haven't reached out to FDLE, but our intention is to reach out and see if we can get the ball rolling on both of these cases for this.
Okay, or
cycle.
at least one, because Mr. Joyner has 2, so.
Yes.
All right, I expect the state to be ready on at least one of them, and I will set both for docket day, plea or trial.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Joyner has a question for me. Would the court mind putting the
Sure.
noise on for just a moment?
Thank you.
And Your Honor, unless the public defender's office has anyone they intend to withdraw from, I believe that's all of my cases for today.
Thank you. Thank you for covering.
Absolutely, may be excused.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For Mr. Noakes, we're gonna take James Carter.
All right.
Judge, Mr. Carter's case, the state sent me discovery. We figured out it got sent to the public defender, so I got it yesterday. I have discussed with Mr. Carter the state's offer. What I think I'd like to do is to put this on for Monday. I do have to be in Walton County at 8:30, but I'll come directly here thereafter.
That's fine. I'll be in court all day.
I figured you would be. So if I could just put it on for Monday, then I'll hopefully we can get it resolved. We just made a counter offer, and the state said they would think about the offer.
Wonderful. This is James Carter, 25 CF 667, and we will schedule the case for June 16th at 9 o'clock. That's Monday, plea or continue. Unless there's an objection from the state.
Without objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you.
Right, Swisher. Grants the Baldwin is up next.
Okay, that's 24 CF 2054.
Judge, this case is actually scheduled for tomorrow afternoon, I believe.
Yes.
It's scheduled for a Nelson hearing, but he tells me today that he only wanted a bond hearing. So
Okay.
he wants to clear that up, that he doesn't, he's not asking that I withdraw or I be excused from the case.
Okay.
I've talked to the state. They're okay with us trying to have a bond hearing tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay.
They just need to contact their victim to see if they want to be here and at least get some feedback from them.
I know we're scheduled for a bond hearing on next Tuesday.
Oh, next Tuesday? Okay.
Yes, I show it scheduled for next Tuesday. Let me make sure.
I'm sure there's also a hearing tomorrow.
Yes, that is on the
And then the 17th.
yes, it is the case is scheduled for Tuesday for a bond hearing.
Yeah, we'll have it.
So let me ask Mr. Grant, sir, first of all, state your name, please.
Sequela Mahaji Grant.
Thank you. So you had filed Let me bring it up and look at it for a sec. Okay, on April 11th, you filed a motion to compel specific compliance of the defendant's conflict counsel performance. I'm just reading the title of the motion you filed. And you were alleging in that motion that you filed that your court-appointed lawyer was not providing effective assistance of counsel. So I set that for a hearing for tomorrow because it sounded like, you wanted to get rid of your lawyer.
No, I just wanted to bond her.
Okay, so you're not seeking to discharge your lawyer?
Yeah, I just wanted to bond her.
Okay, but I need you to confirm, are you or are you not wanting to fire your lawyer?
I'm not.
Not, okay. We're going to cancel the Nelson hearing for tomorrow because that's what that was about. And that is scheduled for June 12th, which is tomorrow. That hearing is canceled. You are scheduled for a bond hearing on June 17th, next Tuesday. That's already been scheduled. So we'll proceed with that, and I'll see you on Tuesday, June 17th, for that bond hearing, and I'll cancel the hearing tomorrow afternoon. And what do we need to do as far as the next pretrial or trial, or how do y'all want to proceed?
I think we had a pile of depositions regarding none, but one or two that we were not able, either we served them, they didn't show up, or we couldn't get service. And I think we might have already rescheduled, I think, for another day, but we're progressing on this case, and they've actually made an offer, and my investigator's been in the jail to talk to Mr. Grant, and I've seen him from time to time, so I think the state would agree that we've got a little bit more to do in discovery depositions, but
I would agree that we have some more to do. The state has extended an offer to Mr. Grant, and Mr. Nopes is diligently working the case.
I saw that you received new discovery just last week as well.
they like to do that, Judge.
Well, I mean, I'm just, I know you need to look at it. So
Thank you, Judge.
I saw that when I was reviewing the file. Okay, so we will set the case for, I have no idea what the outcome of the bond hearing will be.
Absolutely.
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So should I set this right now on the 11th or the 13th? I'm going to set it for right now I'm going to set it for the 13th because as I sit here right now, Mr. Grant's incarcerated. If that status changes, we will put the case on August 11th. Okay, it just depends on which day. But right now, I'm going to say August 13th because, I can't predict what can happen between now and Tuesday and what's going to happen on Tuesday. We'll cross that bridge then.
I agree.
August 13th, 9 o'clock will be next pretrial. But I will still see everybody on Tuesday, June 17th for your bond hearing, sir. Okay?
William Thornton is up next.
Judge, Mr. Thornton's got 3 cases, 23 CF 2447, 23 CF 650, and 21 CF 1471. Judge, we have received an email from Dr. Parker that she was going to go, she's shooting to see him on the 14th after she returns from being out of town.
Okay.
So we need her evaluation, so then I can tell him what my plan would be to use that sentencing, but of course we don't know what it's going to say. So hopefully she'll get that to me in a week or 2.
Okay.
So probably, I don't think I'll have it by Monday, so probably need to continue it, and we can bring it in earlier if we want to try to get it resolved earlier.
I know we're scheduled right now for July 17th at 11 o'clock, and I believe that's for sentencing in 21 CF 1471. I could set all 3 cases that day, or I could, if you,
I think that's great. Let's do it that way.
okay, so all 3 cases will be set that day. We will plan to proceed with sentencing in the case I just mentioned, the 2021 case. That's the VOP case on that day, but we'll just do a status call on the others and see where we are. And you said Dr. Harper's planning to go see Mr. Thornton on, is it June 14th?
That's what she indicated in the email.
Okay. All right, that would be wonderful. And let's set everything for July 17th, because we're already scheduled at 11 o'clock on one of the cases. We'll see where we are then, unless you were, well, let me ask the state, are you planning to go to trial on, are you ready to go to trial on one of the other 2 cases this cycle? Because that would change the situation.
I think it'd be more prudent to allow Dr. Harper to render her opinion so we could possibly present a global offer, or whether the defense accepts a global offer presented before we have a jury trial, and we'd be in the same position for sentencing.
Okay. If by some chance there is a resolution earlier than July 17th, if you need to bring the case in earlier, we will find time for an early resolution. Might be at 8 o'clock in the morning one day, but we will find time if you need to bring the case in early.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
I'm not sure whether the hearing's been filed yet, but it has to be set on the docket. Am I going based off of the hearing? Or do you still want the others to be filed?
I'm going to ask the state to please file a notice of hearing for July 17th at 11 for the sentencing. We
Yes,
will,
Your Honor.
we will hear all case, we will address all cases that day for a status on the other 2 if there's not a resolution. But if the state could just file a notice of hearing that the sentencing is July 17th since it's a special set.
So file the notice in just the 21 case.
Let me see, let me check.
Withdrawal, is that on the same day?
I do. Yes, all of them, and just put maybe status
For the
on
other-
the other 2, or pretrial, whatever you want to call it, but sentencing on 21 CF 1471.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that way it gets on the docket. I know we special set it when we were last in court, but that way it's officially reflected on the docket.
Very good. Thank you,
But
Judge.
again, if you need to come in earlier, reach out, we'll make it happen.
Right this way, sir.
Thank you.
Abraham Aridondo.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Can I ask Mr. Armando approach the witness? May we approach?
Yes, just one second. Let me get to your case. All right. All right. 24 CF 2915 is the new law case before the court right now.
Now, with regards to both cases, I'm asking that the public defender be relieved and I'll be appointed to representation for Mr. Aridondo on those cases, as well as we're asking for a continuance in this matter.
Okay. So the VOP case that Mr. Aridondo has is 24 CF 2015. It's on today's
Correct.
docket, and I believe Mr. Medina represents Mr. Aridondo.
And I've talked to the public defender's office, and they have no objection.
Yes. So
Your Honor, I'm advising my assistant so that she can file a proposed order relating to public defender.
Yes.
To go along with Mr. Tony's anticipated notice of appearance.
Thank you. And Mr. Tony, I will happily sign that order whenever I receive it, if you'll just file a notice of appearance in the VOP case, which is 24 CF 2015. And you are requesting that both cases be set on August 13th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and any objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, August 13th at 9 o'clock on 24 CF 2915 and 24 CF 2015. Thank you.
And that's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
Jared, Stephen, David, up next.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Thank you for allowing me to be a little late.
Yes, I understand how it is to race between counties and courtrooms. All right, so this is 21 CF 3196, and the defendant is Jerish Stevens, and he is present. And I have Ms. Sandler present as well for
Yes,
the
Judge.
state.
Jay Patel on behalf of Jerish Stevens, 21 CF 3196. Last time we were here, we had the stand your ground scheduled for July 2 and 3. I know that you had that's your civil week, and you fit us in. The conversation that occurred between the state and myself last week indicated that Investigator Henderson is not available on those 2 days, and we need her. I suspect the state may need her, but we need her. And speaking to Ms. Sandler about that, Investigator Henderson is available the week of the 7th, so we'll be ready to have the stand your ground hearing the week of the 7th.
I'm sorry, I need more information. So Investigator Henderson, is that somebody with the sheriff's office?
It
or-
is, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor, she's going to be out of town for the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office. She offered to testify via Zoom.
Yes.
However, both parties must agree pursuant to the rule, and the defense would prefer to have her in person, which is their right. But she's just not available to be here in person. We did discuss that she will be available all of the next week. This is assuming a trial doesn't go, and we could have the hearing that week.
I'm sorry, I can't accommodate a 2-day hearing on that trial week, because I'm going to have trials.
Judge, sorry, we put it 2 days because you said that you had to excuse yourself throughout that July 2nd.
Because I'm on duty. I think y'all needed 1.5 or something, so I just blocked out 2 days.
That's right. I mean, it's a 1-day hearing.
Okay, well, why can the investigator not testify by Zoom? It's not a jury, it's just me. I mean, I'm the fact finder here. We have great technology in the courtroom. I can see her and hear her very clearly by Zoom, as I do with all witnesses in here.
Judge, there's Crawford. I anticipate some impeachment. I've spoken to my client. We want her alive, Judge.
Can the court not find good cause for Zoom testimony?
I don't think so.
Okay. Give me the rule.
I don't have the rule on hand.
Judge, I believe it's Rule 3.116, but I can double check.
And Judge, we're also citing the Crawford confrontation clause.
Okay. Give me the rule again, if you would, please. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, it's Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure 3.116, authorizing the use of communication technology.
Based on your objection, I take it you're not waiving otherwise applicable confrontation rights.
Correct, Judge. And Judge, I'm not trying to
I
be
know.
an inconvenience. This is a homicide case.
Understood. This hearing was set in April 16th. Special set, 2 days. So when will Investigator Henderson be leaving and when will Investigator Henderson be back?
May we approach Your Honor?
Yes.
Backbone Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Man, I got this. Let's roll. Fight fire with fire, take 1.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays, 10 until 3 p.m.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. In light of the assurances that this hearing would not last more than a day, we are going to have the hearing right now it's tentatively either July 8th, 9th, or 11th, depending on what other case is going to trial in my division that same week. So what I need my division attorneys to do is whatever cases you think are going to trial the week of July 7th, please check with your witnesses And if there is a day that you know is no good, you cannot try your case on whatever day it is because somebody's unavailable, let me know that day on Monday if you could. Or give me some idea, because I'm going to try to work this hearing in Mr. Stevens' case around the trial schedule. We are already losing July 10th. I have that day reserved for an all-day motion day in a pending death case. So I had to special set that. So just look at what you've got going forward that you think is going to go to trial and try to confirm availability of your witnesses for the week of July 7th so we can get a better handle on it on Monday at docket day on what days you're going to need for your potential trials. And I'm going to give one of the days that week will be this hearing so that we don't have to continue it for another 2 months. This would be the 4th time we've tried to have this hearing, and for reasons that are out of everybody's control and couldn't be helped, the hearing has had to be postponed 4 times. So we're going to get it done, and we're going to get it done the week of July 7th, but I do want to accommodate whatever trials that the division prosecutors have that are going forward. So plan on one day for Mr. Stevens' hearing, the week of July 7th. We'll nail down which day with more certainty as it gets closer. Let's set the case for docket day, which is Monday, June 16th. We'll have a better idea on that day of which day would be more likely. So
Judge, do you need Mr. Stevens there that day?
on June 16th, unless the state anticipates making a new offer or something like that, or unless the state can think of a reason Mr. Stevens would need to be here for that. This is just scheduling.
I can't think of anything that would occur other than scheduling, and if we were to make an offer, we would reach out to Mr. Patel.
Okay, so.
I'll let the jail know.
Yeah, Mr. Stevens, if you don't want to come on June 16th on Monday, you don't have to come. You might be transported anyway, because just out of an abundance of caution, you might end up being put on the bus anyway. But if you don't want to come, let Mr. Patel know, and then we can get you off the transport list, okay? All we're going to be doing that day is trying to narrow down which day we're going to have your hearing during the week of July 7th. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Go ahead and cancel July 2nd and 3rd.
Come on, sir. Mr. Cobb's up next.
Judge, I have 2 more. I don't believe that they got transported.
Oh, okay. What?
You have 2 more out of custody?
Yeah. Well, they're inmates, they just weren't transported.
Oh.
Hartzog and Davis.
I do see Hartzog on the docket, and let me find Davis.
I know Davis was not transported.
Oh,
There's some miscommunication there.
well,
Give me 1 second.
actually, he might be on the 8:30 docket.
Who's under Tim Shaw?
I'm sorry?
Under Tim Shaw.
He's under Mr. Shaw. Mr. Davis should be here.
Hartzog.
And Mr. Hartzog, right? They both should be here.
Okay. Yeah, so he's not here either?
Wait, who's,
Hartzog, and that's 29.
yeah, is he not here?
So he was continued. I didn't double check, but I was told he was continued.
Okay.
I'm just double checking.
What about Mr. Christopher Davis, number 12? He should be here too.
He's not here either.
Yeah, he refused.
Oh.
And I'll explain why.
Mr. Christopher Davis refused? Oh, okay.
Can we just handle those both real quick, Judge?
Yes,
Okay.
and what about Hartzog? Are we
Okay.
sure? Okay. Let's go
All right.
ahead and take Davis.
Okay,
Even though he's not here, I've been told he refused transport.
Yes, Judge. So Mr. Davis has 3 cases before the court, 22 CF 2402, 24 CF 926, 24 CF 1162. The 224 cases were continued. Mr. Davis understood that all of his cases were got continued. And that's why he told the jail officials, no, I'm not coming down, I'm not supposed to be there. Last week, in speaking to Mr. Sprouse, the state objected and the state stated that they were ready for trial in the 22 CF 2402 case. So I'm asking for a continuance, and if you give me a few minutes, I can tell you why.
Okay, just 1 second.
Sure.
So I don't see an order entered on the 2024 cases continuing. Okay.
It's my understanding that Mr. Gomez had no objection.
I haven't seen a motion or an order or anything.
The state's not objecting to a continuance to the 24 of the RICO cases. I don't believe any motion was filed to continue those in advance, but no, the state is not going to object to the 24
Right,
cases.
yeah. I was just, when you said they have already been continued, I was a little confused because I didn't.
Hearsay on my part, I'm very new on all these cases.
Okay, so you're requesting that the 2 2024 cases get continued?
Yes.
Okay. Is there an objection on the 2 2024 cases?
No objection to those cases, Your Honor.
Okay, those are 24 CF 926 and 24 CF 1162. Those will be continued to August 13th I've been setting these cases at 8:30, all of the RICO cases at 8:30, and sort of having a group hearing, bringing in the defendants. That's what we did today. We brought in all the defendants and put them in the jury box with their lawyers so we could kind of address everything at once. So that would be August 13th at 8:30. And then what is going on with the 2022 CF 2402 case? You said something a minute ago, but I was looking for something in the court file.
State indicated to me last week that they're ready for trial. We would be moving for a continuance. Mr. Davis retained me to assist Mr. Shaw on his cases. I met with Mr. Davis about 10 days ago, and when I met with him, I told him that I'm happy to come help you on your cases, but I'm not in a position to work your case over the next 6 weeks. And I know that Mr. Shaw's out for the next 6 weeks. And one of the reasons I told him is that Mr. Stevens' case, and then I've got another case that's set for trial, and then I was out last week for a conference. Mr. Davis didn't have any problem with that, and he understood, and I dropped him off some discovery. And so he's asking for a continuance based upon the fact that I don't know anything about his case, and his lawyer that has been working his case is not available.
Okay, what is the state's position on 22 CF 2402?
State's ready for trial. We've talked to our witnesses. They're ready for the 7th and 8th. I believe this is going to be a half-day trial. I know that the charges are serious, but the facts and circumstances are unique. State's ready. This is an old case. A lot of other cases are not waiting for this case to be tried, but there are repercussions from this case with other cases, with the RICO cases. So
I don't even know what that means.
I think that they are...
Because there's offers that are going to go out, and this will have sway on that. It sounds like Mr. Davis entered into a bargain with Mr. Patel, knowing that it is possible that we're going to trial this cycle. That's what was just relayed to the court. So the state is ready. We have talked to our witnesses. Our witnesses are ready. This case is ripe for trial.
happy to approach to discuss the reasons of why Mr. Shaw is not available.
And also I have, the record reflects that there's 3 attorneys appointed on this case. So I have Mr. Shaw, Mr. Flowers, and most recently, Mr. Patel.
Okay, let's approach.
Yes.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Man, I got this. Let's roll. Fight fire with fire. Take 1.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Not cool, bro. I'm attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just one block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
All right, thank you to everyone in the courtroom for your patience while we worked out some complicated logistics to try to get this case to trial. So, as to Mr. Davis's 2022 case, that's 22 CF 2402. Well, we're setting all three. You want me to set all three for docket day or just that one for docket day?
Just that one.
Just that one. All right, so just that case will be set for June 16th at 9 o'clock for docket day. If Mr. Shaw is able to be present, I need him here so that we can coordinate. And Mr. Patel, you'll be here that day as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if y'all are co-counsel, I'll need you both because we're doing coordinating to try to get this case to trial. I need Mr. Davis not to refuse transport. I need him here.
He will be here.
Okay,
And Judge, the only reason why it was a miscommunication, otherwise he'd be here.
okay. So, as of right now, the case will remain theoretically set for trial on the week of July 7th, but I am anticipating there would probably be good cause presented on June 16th for me to continue that trial. I'm just, based on what I was informed, I suspect that's where we're headed. So what I am trying to do is to ensure that in the event that I do have to continue that trial that's set for July 7th and 8th, that we will try this case no matter what during the week of September 2nd, which is my next trial cycle. That's a 4-day week. I don't know how many days y'all will need, hopefully not more than 4. You think you'll need more than 4?
For the trial?
Yes, how many days do you think you will need? Just, you said a full day a minute ago.
I think a full day, including jury selection.
So
Okay.
I don't know about that, Judge. I'm
Okay,
a little
let's
bit, I'm a
just
little bit
say-
more long-winded than that.
Okay, so let's just say maybe 2 days, or a full day not including jury selection.
I think that would be prudent, Your Honor.
Okay, so the week of September 2nd, if I end up having to continue the July 7th date, this case will go to trial September 2nd during that week, no matter what. So that's what I want to talk about on June 16th is the case will be 3 years old at that point. Any motions that needed to be filed should have already been filed and heard. One of them was. Anything else that has to be filed, we're going to come up with a deadline on that date for it to be filed and heard by, or else it's waived. So right now the case is not continued. We will discuss on June 16th and come up with a plan. Okay?
Very good.
And just for the record, I haven't been able to speak with my witnesses
Yeah.
about the September 2nd.
Right.
So what the state will do is reach out to my witnesses in abundance of caution, anticipating a potential continuance, see if they have availability. If they don't have availability, the state will file a written motion to continue and lay out the witnesses that are unavailable and why the state would be requesting the continuance.
Okay.
Because we
Yes.
have the burden.
Could you, do you think you could find that out by Monday? Because if I do end up having to continue the July trial, I'm going to be asking Mr. Shaw what his availability is on the week of August 25th. I understand you may be out of town, Mr. Patel, but he's got 2 lawyers. So I'm going to be asking, and I'm going to be proceeding with that August 25th date if I have to continue this July 7th trial if the state's witnesses can't be available on.
I think we need to ask Mr. Davis that too.
Mr. Davis?
I
Well-
think he's entitled to have both of his lawyers.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean,
I'd like for him to be able to put
Well, then-
that on the record.
we will discuss that on Monday. We are talking about things that may never come to pass.
I understand.
So I'm just letting everybody know that I need to know about the state's witnesses. We're going to come up with alternate plans if I end up having to continue this case, and we've got several options to try this case, but the case is going to go to trial no later than September 2nd that week. So I need to hear
I
about
will send out emails and phone calls to the witnesses for the 2022 case before Monday.
All right. And Mr. Davis does not have the right to switch counsel or bring on new counsel at the last minute and get a continuance out of it. So we will discuss that on Monday if it becomes necessary, but he has had Mr. Shaw on his case for over a year now. The case needs to go to trial. So we're going to try it between July 7th and September 2nd that week. It will go to trial at some point. All right?
Very good.
We'll figure it out on Monday, June 16th. I do need Mr. Shaw here that day, as well as you, Mr. Patel, and Mr. Davis, so we can all put our heads together and get a plan. Okay?
Very good.
Thank you.
Maybe excused?
Yes, thank you very much.
Your Honor, my business is concluded with the court. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What about Mr. Hartzog? Is Mr. Hartzog present?
He's not. Apparently, Mr. Shaw emailed stating that the case was getting continued. We have a bond hearing next on the 19th.
Okay, so we'll
It's the
just have his
first time
pretrial
up.
then.
That's fine.
Okay, so this is Mr. Hartzog, 2020 CF 2976 and 25 CF 734. And he is set for a bond hearing on June 19th at 8:30. So I'm not sure who's handling that case, those cases for. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ms. Basso. So, so did Mr. Hartzog just get taken off the list, or is?
Yes.
Okay. I was not aware. I don't think the clerk was aware. We weren't aware. There's no motion to continue filed. So, anyway, he's not here. Are you asking to set the pretrial on June 19th with his bond hearing?
Judge, I'm okay with moving to continue the case. It's a brand new case. And then on the 19th, if we have any other matters, we can address them with the court. I think Ms. Basso would be okay with that.
There's no objection, ma'am, to continuing the case that's on the docket today, and then, like we said, we can address everything else at the bond reduction hearing.
Okay, so.
He has a BOP and two new cases total.
Okay, so I'm continuing 2020 CF 2976 and 25 CF 734. Both of those, I'm going to go ahead and set them on August 11th because he has another case that's coming. That's 25 CF 842. It's already set for August 11th. That way all three cases are on the same day. If he is still incarcerated, we'll get all of it moved to the 13th of August, but we will still have his bond hearing on June 19th at 8:30. That's next week, next Thursday.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe excuse now.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.
All right. I think I have Mr. Cobb.
He's going to let me jump in, Your Honor.
Okay.
Travis Gates on behalf of the Public Defender's Office. Your Honor, I have Tracy Kerson out of custody. That's K-E-S-T. Ms. Kesterson's making her way up, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, 24 CF 339.
Yes, Your Honor. It is set as a PTI recall, technically sentencing. She entered a plea in separate sentencing. I've talked with both parole and probation as well as the state. It sounds like there's a potential issue with the restitution. The business is no longer open. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with restitution that's already been paid with a business that's no longer open. Ms. Kesterson's also going to provide proof of the community service work. So if we can continue this sentencing to a date in August, that'll give us time to make sure all that's handled, and then by then, if she's completed the terms, then we may be able to resolve it even easier.
Okay, what about the state?
That's correct, Your Honor. The state was notified today by Mr. Gates that that business is no longer open. We did not know that before. So at this point, we're just going to do a little investigation to see if we can track them down. If not, then we'll come to some resolution before the next court date.
Okay, how about August 11th
That'll be perfect.
at 9? All right. Ma'am, stay in touch with Mr. Gates, okay? All right, Mr. Cobb.
I have one out of custody, Judge.
Okay.
Mr. Ferguson. Judge, this was a PTI that, with the plea that was sent back, and so it's sent on the docket today. I'm going to be asking for one continuance. I don't need a full cycle continuance, maybe 2 weeks, to get some information to the state that may or may not mitigate what could possibly happen. And she also has a new misdemeanor that may be dismissed by then, and it could affect, how you sentence her. So just a wee little continuance, not a full cycle.
Okay, this is 24 CF 2467, and Ms. Ferguson's present. And what is the state's position?
The state has no objection, but to set expectations on the pretrial intervention agreement, we're not going to allow her back into that program.
Okay. So I have miscellaneous day on July 22nd and also the afternoon of July 24th.
I have misdemeanor court July 2nd.
Okay.
The week of, what were the dates in July again?
July 22nd or the afternoon of July 24th.
I would rather do the afternoon, July 24th. We're going to be in Utah the first part of that week, so.
Okay,
All right.
so July 24th at 2:30. And that would be, well, you think there would be a resolution or you don't know?
It's going to have to be a resolution because it's really, if the state's not willing to accept her back into the PTI program, she's already entered a plea, so it'd just be sentencing basically before you. It'll give me time to gather some mitigating factors that might affect how you sentence her, so that would be perfect.
Okay, so we'll set sentencing July 24th at 2:30. That's a
Yes, ma'am.
Thursday. Okay?
Thank you.
Stay in touch with Mr. Cobb, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Jason DeVore.
Judge, this is Jason DeVore in 2024 CF 2490. It's a fairly new case for myself. We completed depositions and we obtained some additional discovery from the state, like 3 weeks ago. And there's been an offer made, but Mr. DeVore got arrested for battery on a firefighter or EMT. So he's in custody now, and I don't know who has that case or if I'm going to get appointed that case, but I would like to ask for continuance so that we can work out a global resolution for both cases.
Let me see if I can find that case number.
Lisa. It's a Crestview case. Ms. Rivers? Okay. All right.
I have that case. So it's set for, is that arraignment? It's set for arraignment next Thursday, June 19th. And what is that case?
It's
25 CF 1020.
Say that last four numbers again, please.
1020.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's already set for the afternoon of June 19th for arraignment.
Can we pass this case to that day
I
to
would-
try to see if we can work out some type of global resolution? Or if it's just arraignment, though, somebody's going to file a written plea of not guilty and probably...
No, Mr. DeVore is represented by the PD's office. right now on 25 CF 1020. I don't know what would happen with that, but.
The information has not been filed on this case, I don't believe, so I think plea not guilty would be premature.
25 CF.
25 CF 1020. I just didn't know if the PD will still be on it then, or there's already a motion to withdraw or anything. Okay.
Looks like as far as just saw him a couple days ago, so I don't anticipate a withdrawal at this point.
Okay. So we can leave that case set for arraignment, and Mr. Cobb was just asking about setting this particular 24 CF 2490 on that same afternoon. But what were you saying, Mr. Sprouse? You were saying something.
I was saying that the information in the newest case, I don't believe has been filed, because I haven't. It would be my case, and I haven't done it.
That's fine. That's fine. It's not set till next week.
Right.
Then I just ask for a continuance, and then hopefully we can figure it out, so.
Without objection.
Okay. So that will be August 13th at 9 o'clock in case 24 CF 2490.
And if I can advance it on the docket with the plea, I'll contact your JA.
And we will get it in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Farkas will be representing Mr. DeVore on the new case.
Okay.
So.
Malik Humphreys is up next. Right, Swift.
Judge, we're scheduled in Malik Humphrey's cases, particularly the 24-1795 for suppression hearing tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And what are your trial dates for this cycle? I need to make sure I'm available.
Okay. That would be June 23rd that week and the week of July 7th. And I'm going to be losing a couple of days the week of July 7th for a couple of full-day hearings.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
I have a hearing in Tampa on the 23rd. So we're scheduled for the suppression hearing tomorrow morning. At the conclusion of that suppression hearing, I would be asking for a continuance, or we can continue the cases one last cycle. I believe we'll be ready to go this final cycle in August. What will the trial dates be then?
is the state ready for trial on any of, let me read out the case numbers. 23 CF 2577, 24 CF 1138, 24 CF 1139, 24 CF 1141, 24 CF 1795.
Your Honor, the state can go to trial on 24 CF 1795. The state would just like to convey that the current offer is 25 years for every charge to run concurrent. That offer, if after tomorrow and the motion is not granted, then that offer is withdrawn.
25 years?
It's 25 because there's a minimum mandatory in 24 CF 1795. So the state's current offer is 25 years to run concurrent on all counts and cases.
Okay.
So the state just wanted to put that on the record today.
And you said July 7th was a trial week for your court, correct, Your Honor?
Correct.
I'm available that whole week in case we have to use it, so.
Okay, so the state is ready for trial on 24 CF 1795.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
We've done depots in that case and all the discovery's been handed over.
Okay, because I entered an order on April 22nd in all 5 cases about no more continuances because the cases are getting old.
I know, I just saw that and I remembered. I was looking through the records, so that's why 7th is clear for me if we have to.
Okay, so let's plan on going to trial in 24 CF 1795 this cycle, and let's set, well, is the state ready on any other case in case there's a problem with witnesses?
Your Honor, I cannot represent that the state will be ready on the other cases, but the state will be ready on 24 CF 1795.
Okay. Then I will set the other 4 cases, I can set those for August 13th, and then I can set 24 CF 1795 for docket day, unless parties would prefer me to set all of them for docket day.
Your Honor, the state would be fine with setting the other cases for the August retrial.
And then we'll just leave the 1795 for docket day.
All right, so 23 CF 2577 is August 13th at 9 o'clock. 24 CF 1138, same date. Also same for 24 CF 1139 and 24 CF 1141. All of those are August 13th at 9 o'clock. As to 24 CF 1795, that one is set for June 16th, docket day, plea or trial.
Yes, ma'am. And then
All
we'll be
right.
back tomorrow morning.
That's right. I will see you in the morning for motion to suppress hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Youngblood's up next.
All right, 23 CF 1736, 23 CF 2110, and 24 CF 2245.
Yes, ma'am. Jason Cobb on behalf of Anthony Youngblood. The state's offered a plea to Mr. Youngblood, and he was going to decide and tell me right now if he wanted to accept it today. It's the 61.5 months, lowest permissible. It would be an amended charge of the count 1 and 24 CF 2245. You want to enter the plea?
Do you want me to have the noise on for you?
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Where's the first one? That was a good motion too.
Well, it's just, I just put time served in the jail, figured out. Let me get this direction. All right, Judge, we're ready to go.
All right.
All right, Judge. And Mr. Youngblood's going to change his previous entered plea of not guilty and enter a plea of no contest. And 24 CF 2245, count one, he'll be entering no contest plea to the amended charge of trafficking in methamphetamine 14 grams or more, but less than 28, pursuant to section 893135, subparagraph 1, subparagraph F, 1.8. So that's going to be amended charge, and that will be a 3-year, he'll have a 3-year minimum mandatory sentence to run with that, but I'll go ahead and announce the rest. He'll be pleading as charged to count 2 and 3 and 4 and 24 CF 2245, and then he'll be admitting the violations in 2023 CF 1736 and 2023 CF 2110. He'll be adjudicated guilty all counts in all cases, including the VOPs. Sentenced to serve 61.5 months, Department of Corrections, with credit for all time served. And like I said, count one in the newer case has a 3-year minimum mandatory sentence. There's a $50,000 fine that also goes along with count one in that case. And we're going to ask that to be converted to a civil lien because he'll never be able to pay that ever. And then in the VOP cases, 60 months DOC, credit for time served, concurrent, and revoke and terminate probation, and all monetary obligations will be converted to a civil lien. And again, all sentences are concurrent. He'll get credit for all time served. Can I approach?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, sir, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. If you'll just tell me your name, please.
Anthony Youngblood.
Thank you, Mr. Youngblood. In case 23 CF 1736, it's alleged that you violated your probation Also in 23 CF 2110, also alleged you violated your probation. In case 24 CF 2245, your original charges are 1 count of trafficking in amphetamine or methamphetamine, 28 grams or more, and that's first-degree felony. And then count 2 is possession of drug paraphernalia, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Count 3 is resisting an officer without violence, which is also a first-degree misdemeanor. And count 4 is loitering or prowling, which is a second-degree misdemeanor. Have you had a chance to talk to your, oh, yes.
Can I need to change that on the plea form? I put first degree misdemeanor on that, I think. I need loitering and prowling.
I can just write it on here
Yeah,
and change it from first-degree misdemeanor to second-degree.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. Or I'll change the maximum. That would be a 60-day maximum.
Oh, no, I got that. I looked at it.
Okay. Sir, have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about the allegations that you violated your probation in both of the 2023 cases, and also those new charges, excuse me, in 24 CF 2245?
Yes, ma'am. I believe we talked about it, but I didn't. What charge I got?
Did you talk about what you're charged with and
Yes,
any
ma'am.
ways you have to fight the case with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you talk about the allegations that you violated your probation and how you might be able to fight those cases?
Yes, no. We discussed the hearing, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and we discussed that the violation was based on the new charges and that he could either go to trial on new charges and or the state could try to do appease where the burden of proof is a preponderance of the evidence. So yes, we talked about that.
Sir, do you need any more time to talk to your lawyer about the charges or strategy or the plea or anything before we move forward? I'll give you as much time as you need.
Like at this moment right now, or like you can do a continuance, or you talk to him right now. 'Cause
Well, I mean, we're going to trial most likely on, well, I don't know, I guess I'd have to, you got a motion to suppress scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah, and the plea offer was made in recognition of the motion to suppress and some of the issues. So this was a reduction in the original offer. The original offer was 7 years. So, the motion had that effect. And I've discussed this with Mr. Youngblood, that if we go through with the motion and lose, the state's informed me that all offers will be off the table and it'll either be a trial before the court or he can plead straight to the court. But, he'd be facing some serious exposure. And so we discussed that in the back, and that's why he decided to go ahead and enter this plea, because he believed it was in his best interest to plead to the 5 and some change versus risking possible exposure. I believe it's 55 years on everything.
What was the, I'm sorry, I should know this off the top of my head, but I can't remember right at the moment. What is the minimum mandatory on the original charge in 24 CF 2245 on count 1? Is it 25 years or is it 15 years?
Your Honor, I believe it's 7 years.
7 years, okay, sorry. Yes. Okay, thank you. I think I probably have that noted in the file, but I just couldn't remember off the top of my head. Sir, do you need more time now to talk to your lawyer? Do you need?
No, ma'am. I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't want to take any chances.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to take any chances. I'm okay.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to go to trial in the 2024 case?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to have a contested hearing in the 2 2023 cases on your allegations that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anybody forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what is showing in your agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Anything. as far as the work, I mean, the motion and stuff that was written for me, but, I mean, he's all right. I mean, I have nothing to say about it. It's my case, you know what I'm saying?
Did he answer all of your questions?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll take being all right. That's good enough for him, so.
Okay. Have you had any drugs or alcohol or any medication in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
Any type of substance that affects your ability to understand what you're doing?
Yes, no, no, ma'am, I haven't had any.
Thank you. I do have a score sheet that shows 110 total sentence points, which shows the lowest permissible prison sentence under the guidelines is 61.5 months. Are there any objections or corrections?
No, ma'am.
Is there any DNA?
No, ma'am.
I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the documents in all three cases. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand that the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you admitting to the allegations that you violated your probation in 23 CF 1736 and 23 CF 2110?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And in 24 CF 2245, it looks like you are pleading to a lesser included offense as to count 1, and that would be trafficking in amphetamine or methamphetamine, 14 grams or more, but less than 28 grams. The statute is 893.135 1F1A. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then counts 2, 3, and 4 would be as charged. How do you plead to that lesser included offense on count 1 and then counts 2, 3, and 4 as charged?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, there will be an adjudication of guilt on all counts in all cases, including the VOPs if you were not previously adjudicated guilty on any of those charges. In case 24 CF 2245 on count 1, the amended count 1, there is a 3-year mandatory minimum sentence, and you will be sentenced to the guideline sentence of 61.5 months on that charge, 3 years of which would be that minimum mandatory sentence. On counts 2, 3, and 4, those are the misdemeanor counts. You'd be sentenced to time served on all of those. There is a mandatory $50,000 fine on count 1, and that will be imposed and go to a civil lien. And let me see what the court costs are on that case. Okay, and then $150. Okay, so $515 in court cost, $150 cost of defense fee. That includes the application fee. Did I leave off any terms and conditions as to the 2024 case?
No, ma'am, I believe you covered everything correctly.
Okay. And then in the 2 2023 cases, both of those are violation of probation cases. Probation is revoked and terminated. And on the felony counts, which would be cases, or counts 1, 2, and 3 in the case ending in 1736, and then count 1 in the case ending in 2110, those you will be sentenced on each of them to 60, that's 60 months in the Department of Corrections with credit for time served. All counts are running concurrently with each other, meaning at the same time. And you'll get credit for time served on all counts, except on backtracking on that 2024 case. You do have to serve that minimum mandatory no matter how much credit you might have. So, on the 2 misdemeanor charges on your VOP cases, that's count 4 in case ending in 1736 and count 2 in case ending in 2110. those would be a sentence of time, 11 months, 29 days, is that what it is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 11 months, 29 days incarceration
And credit for time served.
with credit for time served, concurrent. Now, that would be in the county jail, but his prison time would
Yes, ma'am.
would count.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Say it for the VOPs.
on the VOPs.
Okay, I show that they're not open to violation.
Oh, okay, well, in that case. Okay, well, then in that case, there is no sentence there is no VOP as to the misdemeanor counts in the 2023 cases.
All right.
I'm just going to strike that
Yes,
out of
ma'am.
the plea agreement where it says 1129 on misdemeanors because the probation had expired on those cases, on those counts, so there won't be a sentence on those.
Thank you, Madam.
Sure. Thank you. So all monetary obligations will be reduced to a civil lien. I need to address the costs on the VOP cases. Is it $100 cost of prosecution and cost of defense on each case? Okay. On each of the 2023 cases, $100 cost of prosecution and $100 cost of defense each case. And did I leave out anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Right, this way, sir.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items. And we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Man, I got this. Let's roll. Fight fire with fire. Take one. Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working. Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Is there any DNA?
No, ma'am.
All right, I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the documents in the court file. Ma'am, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you admitting that you violated your probation in 22 CF 2237 and 23 CF 2123?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your admission in both cases. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. And in 25 CF 206, how do you plead to one count of grand theft by employee or contractor against an establishment?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. There will be an adjudication of guilt on all counts in all cases, if there wasn't already an adjudication of guilt in the two probation cases. And probation will be, excuse me, I'm just going to read through the agreement. You are sentenced to, on all counts, to time served followed by 48 months probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay. All counts and all concurrent. We are modifying probation in 23 CF 2123 to run concurrent with 25 CF 206. So is the probation only in those two cases?
Yes, ma'am, and then the other case will be terminated.
Gotcha. Thank you for that. And I know you announced it, but I need to parrot the announcement so that the court is actually making the pronouncement. So in 22 CF 2237, probation is revoked and terminated. Now, is there anything else on that case, or just revoked and terminated, no more probation?
It's revoked and terminated, no more probation.
Time served and she's done.
Correct.
You're done. Okay. So 22 CF 2237, probation is revoked and terminated, and you're just sentenced to time served on that case. And I'll get to the costs in a minute. 23 CF 2123, that one, probation is modified to run concurrent with 25 CF 206. So it's not a time served followed by 48 months or anything. It's just existing probation continues on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that time served followed by 48 months probation, is that only on 25 206?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Got it. All right, thank you. Adjudication of guilt on all counts. I'm going to recap. 25 CF 206, sentenced to incarceration for time served, followed by 48 months probation. And in that case, I'm imposing restitution in the amount of $11,350 with a minimum monthly payment of $250. And I'm reserving jurisdiction for 90 days just to see if there are any issues with restitution that the court may need to address. And you are to have no contact with Herman Rippey and Moe's Southwest Grill. The restitution is to be paid to Herman Rippey, R-I-P-P-Y. And let me see what the court costs on that case are, okay, $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. That is in 25 CF 206. And then, does that take care of everything to do with 25 CF 206?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, on 23 CF 2123, probation is modified, reinstated and modified. We're not extending probation, we're just, what, making it concurrent?
Wrapping it into the 48.
Okay, so it'll be concurrent with the probation I just ordered in 25 CF 206, but not extended, no additional terms or anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In that case, there is a $100 cost of prosecution fee and a $100 cost of defense fee. I think I left out, what's 24 hours CC, is that?
Community service.
Oh, okay. I think I left that out. I think that needs to be imposed. I'm imposing that in 25 CF 206 as a special condition of
Yes, ma'am.
probation.
Now, if I put CC, it should be CS. I think I was thinking some community control, but I might have put CC.
No problem. Okay, so in the 23 CF 2123, probation is simply modified to be concurrent. It's reinstated, modified to be concurrent with 25 CF 206, $100 cost of prosecution, $100 cost of defense. Did I cover all of the terms, conditions, costs, or anything else in 23 CF 2123?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 22 CF 2237, that case probation is just revoked and terminated and you're sentenced to time served. There is a $100 cost of prosecution and a $100 cost of defense fee. Did I cover everything?
Yes,
in
ma'am.
all cases?
Yes, ma'am, all cases.
Okay. Yes, probation.
Are the court costs in the 2022 case going to roll over to the supervision term or remain?
Which would you prefer?
Well, I would prefer them to be put into a lien because she has a considerable amount of restitution to pay off. So any relief that she could get from having to pay that would be grand. So.
Ma'am, are you okay with that going into a lien? Your court cost in the 2022 case, it's going to result in a driver's license suspension until you pay it. Are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm just going to ask probation, are you okay with waiving her cost of supervision and it is okay to say no?
Yes, ma'am, very fine.
Okay, so as long as you're paying your restitution, they're going to waive your $40 a month cost of supervision so you can devote that money towards your restitution and your court costs and things. Yes. So I'm going to write that on here, okay? Does she have arrearages on cost of supervision?
Yes, ma'am, we'd be fine with all the arrearages as well.
Thank you. In light of the sizable amount of restitution, that is, I know that's much appreciated.
Yes, ma'am.
So any back cost of supervision you may have had in the other, in your VOP cases, they've just waived it, so you don't have to pay that. Okay, that'll help you with the, you've got to pay the restitution, so at least you don't have to pay that debt as well. Okay? Mhm. And I'm writing that on this agreement, okay? Did I cover everything? Okay. Ma'am, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you can't afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you. Is this the only thing holding you in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you should get out today. I have no idea when that will be. So if you get out by 3 o'clock today, which was probably not likely, but If you get out by 3 today, go to probation and report in today. If it's after 3, then be there prior to 9 o'clock in the morning to report, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Judge, that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Cobb. I will see you
Tomorrow morning.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we have the early one and then the other one.
I think didn't your motion to suppress on one of your cases just go away?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Youngblood, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I'll see you on whatever else you have. Okay. Let me finish this thing. And Ms. Farkas has a case.
Here, this is, excuse me, Quincy Fukquay, 25 CF 716 and 24 CF 2350. This is the first pretrial conference date for the new law case. I am going to be scheduling depositions in that one. There are a number of people involved. So I'm asking for a continuance to track both cases.
All right, let me get to that. Any objection? Let me find the cases, so sorry.
The state intends on setting the VOP case first. So we have no objections to scheduling the depositions. However, we've done this before where if the defense could schedule the depots that are most operative for the VOP and potentially have a resolution, that worked out last time where we were able to resolve multiple cases because of the VOP and because the VOP was set before the new law. So that's the state's intention, but we have no objection to one-time continuance so she can set those depositions.
Okay.
So if we put everything on August 11th and then I'll get the deposition scheduled ASAP.
Okay.
I don't believe that an evidentiary hearing has been set yet.
It has not.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, so we are setting both cases for August 13th.
Sorry, yes, 13th.
Okay. August 13th on both. That is 25 CF 716 and 24 CF 2350. That'll be at 9 o'clock. And I know y'all will go ahead and set the depositions, and then Mr. Sprouse, whenever you're ready to set that evidentiary hearing on the VOP case, then just reach out to the clerk's office or to my office to get it set.
I will do that, and I will CC the defense.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Fukquay.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a lunch break. And I will see everybody back at 1:30.
All right.
Thank you.